Hello everyone! For this video, we're going to teach you the induction process. So, we use induction to prove if a series statement is true. Now, let's consider this expression. 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus all the way up to 3n plus 2 is equal to n quantity 7 plus 3n quantity over 2. Now, we can proceed to step 1, which is the verification process. So in order to check the validity of the formula for each term, we need the domino effect showing that if the formula is true for one integer, then it will also be true for the next, and so on. So, since 5 is the first term, then we will use n is equal to 1 and substitute 1 to the ends of the right side of the equation, and that's it. Now, since we proved that the formula is true, we can now proceed to the next step, which is the induction hypothesis.
Since the formula is true, we can now proceed to the next step, which is induction hypothesis. For this step, we are basically going to assume that n is equal to k, giving us this formula. So n is basically substituted by k. Now that we are done with that, we are now going to solve for the next term, where k of the last term should always be added by 1. Giving us 3k plus 3 plus 2, resulting to 3k plus 5 as our next term.
Then, we can finally proceed on the induction process or proving. Now that we've finally solved for the next term, we're going to add it to both sides of our equation, giving us this new equation. Then we're going to cross multiply the terms on the right side . And combine like terms to get the final answer. Over 2, as the recent denominators will also multiply together to get the new denominator of the equation, which is 2. Then to prove the other side of the equation, that let k is equal to k plus 1, which will be substituted on the original right side of the equation. resulting to the same answer that was solved from the other side. In conclusion, since both sides are equal, this shows that a statement is true for all positive integers.